Hello, I'm Anders. This is the second proper session of Stars in the Dark. We will do a quick round of introductions, but I think we can assume that you watched the first session and maybe the 0th session as well. If not, go do that now, or you will be a bit lost about what's going on. But quick introductions. I will do this in reverse character keeper order this time. So we're starting with Morn.
I'm playing Morn. My name is Matt. I use they, them pronouns. Morn is a Scrounger, which is the equivalent of the Leech in our fun little Star Wars hack. Morn is into all sorts of weird biotech and weapon repairs and stuff. He started as a ventilator repair person and moved his way on up because as he has some useful skills and some other strange skills that are less useful, but he certainly makes use of them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring more of what Morn is all about and maybe revealing some of the dark side of Morn.
Yeah, we want to see more of that. Next up is Bria.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kai, or Mark. I use they, them pronouns. I am playing Bria. She's a woman who was born into nobility and saw that destroyed by the Empire. She was rescued by the Mandalorians, but came to disagree with some of their tenets. She is secretly raising a child in 1313 Coruscant, and she is hoping to rise out of the darkness by joining this assassins group, but it also gives her the glee of stabbing at the Imperials who destroyed what her life could have been. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, cool.
Bria, she, her. Besker, street name.
Yep. Next is Boko.
Yeah, I'm Mark. I use here them pronouns. I'm playing Bokosh Pedora, as it says in my background. I'm our hound tracker slash sniper, although I guess I'm not a sniper really. Tracker mostly. Used to be a street sec cop down here in 1313. Fell in with some underworld folks and became not a cop and turned to straight up crime for a living right now. And that's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah, you started to make an honest living instead.
Yeah.
And then finally we have Etema.
Honest assassin, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. I'm playing Etema, who is a Ratataki. That's a species in Star Wars that is basically humans with cool tribal tattoos and grayish skin, no body hair. Very brutal in their culture. Etema grew up on 1313 down here in the subterranean parts of Coruscant. She's never seen the sun. She's only seen, if you look above Undish's head, the hole that goes up towards the surface. That's it. Indirect sunlight. That's all she has ever known. And she's had a rough life, but boy, she sure loves being a gun hand and killing imps.
Yeah, and let's remember that hole goes 4,000 levels up almost. So it's a ways. Wishes from last time. I made some notes. We had some interest in Morn, as was mentioned, exploring the setting and making more room for character moments and some dialogue. That is something that you may have to remind me of to give some space to, because I was raised, I almost said, but I grew up as a very trad GM with very trad games. That's what I cut my teeth on. So I'm not it's not that I don't want that in the game, because I absolutely do, but it's not always natural for me to make space for it. So if you feel that, oh, this is a moment where we could have some breathing space, where we have a couple of characters together who could have some interaction, and I'm just moving past that, then interrupt me and say that that's what you want, and I'll make space for it. I try to remember it myself as well, but it's not. I think it's not a natural part of my GMing style, so it's something I need to learn and practice and get better at. So, brief recap of the current situation. You have taken on a new job for the one of the rebel factions, Maxa's Free Rebels. Maxa is a hardliner among the rebels. She and her group want to extract retribution. They want to punish the Imperials for all the bad things they've done, while the main rebel group are angling to become the government once the Imperials realize that they can't hold on to power anymore, since the Emperor is dead and all that. It's just that things change is slow sometimes, and the old power structures stay in place. Anyway, they want to get access to Station 65, which is a street sec station. Street sec is the Coruscant patrol cops, basically. This is a station in the Foundry, which is the part of this sector of level 1313, where you are located and do most of your work. They want a clean way in. They want to be able to get in undetected. They're going to cause mayhem, but they don't want to have to fight their way in. So that's what they hired you to do. What you did discover last time was, among other things, there is access through the service sublevel, which is basically the sewers and that sort of thing. That one can't be opened from the outside without serious violence, because it's not designed to be opened. It's designed to be opened only from the inside. But you have also discovered some information about one of the officers at the station who may be able to provide you with at least part of what you would need. And you didn't get the details last session because because they didn't exist at that time, but now they do. So in the NPCs tab of the Character Keeper, down on the targets and their associates part of it, you will find High Curleg, who is the officer, who is this officer. He's a street sec officer. He's worked there for a long time. He's outside the station. He is fairly well known to be on the take. He's not alone in that, but he's fairly he's easy to bribe, basically. He has debts. And that is what you know right now. I think you found out where he lives. He lives on the look at the map. He lives near the Warrens, but it's still inside the Foundry. It's fairly close to the station, but not right next to it. and that's what you know right now. You still have the opportunity to do some more preliminary work before you go in. If there's something more you want to find out about him or the station in general before we start the actual job.
I can't think of anything. Yeah. Jinx.
A lot of downtime actions to prepare for it anyways. So unless they start spending rep or things, I think we can always flash back if something comes up, but there's not much more that I need to know.
Yeah, cool.
Except for, I guess, so we have our point of attack, right? We decided on social.
Yeah, that was what we said last time. Social, since you're leaning on this guy, and he's the detail. Since that's I need to check my notes. He's the one you're going for. I think we did all the downtime actions last time, right? Everyone got 2.
I got 3.
Cool. Where I guess where do you want to make contact with him, and who is going to do that?
I guess that depends on what do we want to come with an intimidation approach, a bribery approach, appeal to better senses.
I'll say that since we don't have a slide or a designated talker, I do have access to a chemical called scopolamine powder, which makes the target suggestible and gives them a tendency to ramble. So if we wanted to maybe meet him at a bar and make things a little smoother, then that's how Morn would be involved. Otherwise, I'll take a back seat and let y'all do the talking and pointing guns at people.
But we know that he's known for being on the take.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely don't want to, in my mind, upset that potential relationship because we might need it in the future.
Yeah.
But obviously, I would be willing to cut him if it was necessary. I guess I would. I like the idea of meeting at a cantina or something. A dark one where we can not be quite so easily recognized. But it's lucky that we're actually a new gang. Like we aren't really going to walk in. Everybody's going to turn their heads and look at us. So let's make the talk with the drink.
Yeah.
I'll let you know right now that you're going to get paid 6 krebs for this job. You can get some of that as an advance towards a bribe if you need to use some of that to pay him off. I need to actually check the Blades in the Dark rules for
if you want, while you're looking, crew, if we wanted to, we could spend a rep to take an additional downtime action to start a long-term project to get this person as a crew contact. If we're looking for like a regular in with the organization, we could start ticking that clock. And I think long-term project's probably how we do it. And I know we can spend rep for more actions.
Yeah, if we went with acquire asset, it would only be available for 1 mission. So long term would be all for future missions, plural. The way I understand it.
Yeah, so this would either be like just gather info or something, but if we wanted his explicit help, it'd probably be an asset or it'd be the start of a long-term project.
It could be. I mean, just for this one mission, you don't need to do any of that. You could just pressure him. If you want him long term, yeah, acquire an asset. That gets easier each time you do it for the same target. So if you want to keep using him, that's one way to do it. You could also, when your crew advances, you could recruit him as a cohort. Make him an expert, basically. That's also one way if you want him to stick around and be someone who helps you long term. But maybe we should see if he survives this mission first. I was looking for, because there is a scale somewhere roughly how much money is worth. I'm going to guess right now that 3 creds is maybe that's a sizable bribe, but I need to check. I don't have to do that right now. We can do it when there's when we take a break. Yeah, if you take some of the money you're getting paid and use that to pay him off, that should be enough to get him to go along, hopefully. So Cantina, there is one close to the station, which is where he usually hangs out. That is very much a street sec bar. There's going to be other cops there. Yeah, excellent.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
On the list, yeah. So yeah, something like 2 or 3 creds. That's you won't have to pay. 4 is a month's wages. That's a bit high for this sort of thing, depending on exactly what you want him to do. He's willing to work for less. He's desperate for cash, basically.
I think we just want him to open that door, and he doesn't really need to know why. Just we can say like it's not going to be a big deal. Just...
Yeah, I mean, he may have an adverse reaction if he sees a bunch of heavily armed rebels on the other side.
Sounds like a him problem, though.
We told you not to look.
Open the door and walk away. Lock yourself in the broom closet.
Yeah, cool. So you're going to look for him at the cantina. Who's going to make contact?
It sounds like I might be the person to do that. I have either me or Morn or both.
You certainly have a track record of talking to cops, so
I do.
Shots fired.
Did we establish that you used to work at this station, or
Yes.
I don't remember if we decided on that.
Yeah, I think we worked. I worked at the station.
Yeah, and he's been there for a long time, so you probably actually know him.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah, so let's do that.
Yeah, cool. So let's do the engagement roll to see what happens when you happens in this situation. So engagement roll, you start with 1 die. And is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I mean,
I feel like it.
What the rebels are doing is what we're doing is not as
Not
much.
so much. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I'm going to say no. It's not. This is a simple plan. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? And the target here, I would say, is the station. I'm going to say yes, because having an officer who is very much on the take, that's definitely a vulnerability. So you get 1 die for that. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I would say no. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Not mine.
Let me check my friends. I don't think so either, since
Not
I have
mine.
someone who helps me with boxing and a med person. So, no.
Doesn't seem like it. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? No.
Not yet.
Are there any other elements to consider? Is there anything you think in particular? Doesn't seem like it. That means you have 2 dice. Who wants to make this roll?
Since I'm gonna be talking to him, I'll go in. If we do
Top
that,
talker. You make the roll.
let's do it. Boko, it's me. So just 2 dice straight up.
2 dice, take the highest.
All right. 4 and a 5.
4 and a 5. That means you're in a risky position, which is the normal situation. So I think this is how well you do until you encounter the first real obstacle. I think the first real obstacle is that this is very much a cop bar, and you're not cops, not anymore at least. So I think you need to blend in, basically find a way to not stick out and not be seriously questioned by the others who are there. So I think, was it Boko and Morn who were doing the approach?
Unless I'm there for specific chemical reasons, I have absolutely no social skills, and I stick out like a sore thumb, so I probably shouldn't be there.
Okay.
If maybe Boko needs someone to help with his street cred or something, but otherwise it's his spot.
All right.
Edna's around for backup. I think she's probably there, but not near. Like if something happens, she can probably notice it, but I think she's dressed scantily and just maybe appearing to be plying the trade of just working the room.
Like inside the bar, you're just
inside
in
the
there.
bar, so she can keep eyes on.
Looking like you're looking to chat someone up.
Yes, chat someone up, hook somebody. That.
Yeah. So Boko, you're the one who needs to handle this.
Let's see. I don't know if I probably don't have any of my old cop stuff to wear.
Better not.
No.
I think actually
they took that away.
I think actually what happens is that there's not really a bouncer per se, but they have a security guy by the door. You know, sometimes the cops get rowdy and they need someone to calm them down. And he's also an ex-cop, so he knows you.
Yeah.
And he
not you.
Are you back on the force?
I'm working. I am working jobs that other cops won't take, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I'm just here to drink and have a word with a couple people. That's all. I'm not going to make any trouble.
Yeah, fine. Make sure if you piss someone off, I'm gonna have to rough you up a bit.
I look forward to it. Not like that, but I appreciate that you're doing your job. Is all. It's nice to see a good cop on the force for a change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. too good for the Force, you know.
Yeah. How's is this guy still a cop? Is he off the Force to become a bouncer?
No, I think he's retired, but he's not super old. But he got tired of the work and took the pension and
took an honest job. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in his like late 40s, but he's a big heavy guy. He hasn't kept in shape a lot, but he's still a big heavy guy. So
right, like it'd still be like cops, right? Yeah. Cool. If he's cool with me coming in, then I start looking around for our buddy. What was his name? Did we get a name for
the one you're looking for?
Yeah.
High Curleg is his name. And he's not hard to spot. He's got a face on him.
Great. Yeah, I probably situate myself somewhere nearby so I can catch his eye and just start asking around, asking him, small talk.
Yeah. He's sitting by the bar at first, but he notices you that you're kind of and since he recognizes you, he takes his drink and moves over to your table.
Yeah, let's go to a table. I think the tech is not outright saying that I know that he's on the take, but start off with the like, I know cops' wages aren't great. I know some guys like to make an extra bill of money on the side. If you know anyone who could use a couple extra credits, I know some people. Simple work. No fuss, no muss, no danger, no risk to you. Just opening a couple doors for people. So.
Yeah. Let's make a roll.
Yeah.
What kind of action do you think you're doing here?
Feels like consort.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And I think I'm gonna push myself on this one.
So that's 2 stress for your second die.
Yeah.
And then if someone can assist you, you can get 1 more die. I'm not sure if anyone's in a position to, but if they are.
Adam is in the bar, right?
I am in the bar. How do you think I could help? I'm there to help. So I'm happy to blow some stress for you.
Maybe you've already been feeding this guy drinks and loosening him up or something.
Yeah. I wonder like if it'd be too scummy to be like, I know that one over there, and sometimes we can
Adam
do a little bit more than money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe Edema winks with her one good eye.
Yeah. Is that winking or blinking? Yeah. It's trying to, I guess, intimate that there is more than money in it for him.
And I'll mark the stress to help. I'm happy to help.
Yeah. That's 1 stress for Etema and an extra die for Boko.
All right. And I think that's about as far
so
as I can go
it's
there.
risky. I'm going to say that this is a standard effect. So you have 3 dice.
Okay, let's see what we get. Yep. There we go. There's our 6. 614.
Nice. Crap. This dice roller is not my friend.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I get disconnected after a couple of minutes. Then I have to reload. I have to re-enter my name to see anything. It's but it's fine. Yeah.
And for what it's worth, the 6 was the first one.
Yeah. So everything else was wasted.
Just bonus.
All the effort. Now, he's listening. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can spend some extra credits, and yeah, she looks fine.
Yeah, I think we can offer you 2 credits. All you gotta do is make sure a door is unlocked for us, and I'll slip you her number with a discount code. If you know what I mean.
You want to get into the station?
We're not. I don't need to get into the station. I can walk in anytime I want. But you know, we have some friends that need to do some subtle, surreptitious, you know, under the notice, just a little bit of an investigation inside. So just, you know, open the door and walk away, and that's all you got to do. No one will know it's you. 2 credits in your pocket.
Yeah. What? When you need this done? And the job, they're planning to hit the place in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
That's the time window.
Yeah, I'll just give them the time window. It's like, as long as it's unlocked by then, as long as it's unlocked during this time, you're all good.
Yeah, you want the back door, or where do you want, or the tunnels?
Yeah, I tell them the tunnel, the tunnel door that we need.
Yeah, you know, that's snooping around down in the garage. That's I might get noticed. You know, it's a bit risky for me.
Well, if you don't think you can do it, I can find someone else. There's a lot of cops here.
He's basically he's looking for a bit extra, but yeah. When you threaten to go to someone else, I mean, I didn't say I could do it. It's just
Right.
you know.
Tell you what, 2 credits up front and 2 credits later. Well, we'll have Edema give you the 2 credits. We'll give you 2 credits, yeah, in the back of the head.
Sorry, did you say 2 credits now and 2 credits later, or did you?
Yeah,
say,
but he's not getting the 2 credits later. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great way to build a long-term relationship.
I think somebody wasn't fully on board that long-term project.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. For that kind of money, yeah, I can do it. It's fine.
All right. Then I'll yeah, give him the details, buy him another drink, and say goodnight.
You're just about to leave when he gets and you all of you who are in the bar notice that several of the officers there, they notice they get calls on their comm units, and you can hear his conversation. That's oh, what? Oh, Clark, I sorry, gotta go. There's a situation, and there's like half the people leave the bar.
All right, drive safe.
All the off-duty cops are out there, and it's just it looks very empty. Almost no people left.
Feel like we've done our duty here.
Yeah, unless there's something else you want to do in the cantina.
Yeah, I think settle up and walk out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you leave, you notice that there's a lot of activity. This is near the station, so you can see the station some ways down the street. That's and there's a lot of activity there. There are like patrol speeders, I guess they would use, moving out, and there's a like 4 guards stationed out front, which there usually isn't. It's usually just the door, no security. So it's clear that something has happened.
What's the buzz about, Boko?
Looks like someone kicked a hornet's nest over here. I don't know what's going on.
Could I use my slicing tools to kind of get a beat on a police frequency and just eavesdrop on what the deal is?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, actually, we forgot to set load for this for the job.
Of course.
It sounded like Etema was probably on a light load. If
Same.
you're being scantily clad and such, but I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, I usually go light.
If we want explosives as a backup, I feel like I should go heavy. But actually, I think normal's fine. It's just one less, and that means I don't have to be so conspicuous. So.
Mhm. And
I'm going light as well.
yeah, and here I feel like it's possible you'll have an opportunity to change your load and switch out your gear, because we're not like unless we're in action or on doing the actual operation the whole time. You may have opportunity to switch out your gear and such.
Going normal.
Cool. Yeah, you're using your slicing gear to try to hack into the street sec frequency to hear what they're talking about. That is fine. Just check off your slicing tools on your equipment and.
Got my data pad out, and it's got all these weird homebrew modifications to it and a big old antenna. And I think I'll just send these 2 dice. Is it
plug in
risky?
your comm link and
Right. Yeah.
yeah, this sounds like Tinker.
Yes.
So and you're in a controlled situation here. There's no real risk. If something happens, you can back off. Do you want any extra dice?
No, I'll go for 2 with control for now.
Yeah.
Here goes.
Cool.
That's a 6.
Nice. Yeah, you can patch right in. They don't have great security here.
And I put it into everyone else's comm link too in the crew, so we can all hear it, at least for the moment.
Yeah, and like you have the station within view, so you can do some direct connection sort of thing. You pretty quickly catch up on the chatter, catch from the chatter that one of the sergeants, whose name is Burgess, has been killed. He's been shot down in the street, basically, by a couple of workers from one of the factories. You recognize this name. This was one of the jobs that you were offered, but you went for this one instead. It was one of them was for a street sec officer. That was this guy.
I kind of remember that.
What was the name again?
Sorry?
What was the name again?
Burgess. I'll put it in the chat. You don't have a first name on him. So and this has them all spooked. Everyone's out looking for the people who shot him. And they've clearly increased the security at the station. This may or may not matter to you, depends a bit on what happens. You can just wait and see, or you can try to get involved.
Get involved. I mean, Edema has temptations to go shoot some dudes in the face, but probably not going to do that. They're not Ents exactly.
Actually, we could take a break here, so you can think about it.
Yeah.
Let's take 5 good. Yeah, cool. So there's been there's a situation clearly at the station over this sergeant being killed. So what is your plan now?
So is the buzz all right around the station, or is it like nearby, like where the sergeant was killed?
Some of it is around the station. He was shot not too far from there. So there's a lot of action there as well. It's from the other side of where the bar is, in the other direction. It's these are in the foundry. It's like tight, dark, dirty streets, more like tunnels in many places. So there's a lot of dark, tight spaces.
Would you say that because of this, security is going to be tighter on our mission than we were? Like, should we be trying to lower the heat at this point, so that our job goes smoothly by having our employer's job go smoothly? Because I have a feeling that even if we get them in smoothly, if their operation doesn't go smoothly, they're going to take it out on us. So
would Maxo want to do this knowing this information? I think is a good question too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very likely that security will be tighter, at least until they catch these guys. And if they don't catch them, then security is likely to be tight for a while, well past when the rebels are supposed to do this operation.
Do we have any clue who it might be? Who else might have been offered the job?
You can go talk to your contact. You got the offer through Lydra, your usual contact. So you can check with her. If someone does someone want to check in with her, or with them, I should say.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm just trying to think my approach if I'm going to do it. That's all. So.
What?
I was just no, it's okay. I was just trying to figure out how I would approach this, and so that's why I didn't answer. I'm totally yes, we should definitely do this. I'm just trying to figure out what our angle is, how we talk about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know Lydra. I'm new to this area, so maybe just jumping in feet first, and
yes,
let's do that.
That's how Edema does things.
That's how Edema do it.
Usually.
Get it
right or wrong.
How do you usually get into contact with Lydra? What's the setup like?
Okay, shoot me down if you don't like this, but ever since in the last season of Clone Wars, they introduced a couple of characters at a freaking laundromat. I've just been fascinated with the idea of 1313 having actual laundromats. It just amuses me. So I'm imagining that maybe getting contact with Lydra is pretty much going to this laundromat. Either she is nearby and shows up, or there's a secret door or something. I don't care, but I'm fascinated by that, if that's okay with people.
That's very cool. Maybe it's an actual laundry, and they run the laundry, and also because that means people can come and go, all kinds of people, just as an alternative to the laundromat. But the laundromat works as well.
Cool. Maybe it's even still called Rafa's Laundry.
Nice.
Rafa's Laundry. This is something I don't know.
It's from the last season of Clone Wars. It's
Okay. I've
Yeah.
only watched a few episodes of Clone Wars, actually.
if you want to. There's a picture from the episode of the laundry.
Yeah.
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go with that since we have a nice picture. Yeah, I think what this is, yeah, let's go with there's the usual laundromat up front, and then there's like a door with staff only, that sort of thing. And there's like a service droid or something who hangs out back there and access security, just stopping people from getting through who aren't supposed to get through. And I think they've like knocked through a wall or something. So where Lydra hangs out isn't actually the back of the laundromat, but it's connected to the back of the laundromat. So you knock on the staff only door, talk to the droid, they let you pass, and then you walk through the special door to where Lydra hangs out, or they're back in back of the laundromat if there's a lot of people coming and going that day. Cool. So you go there, you ask Lydra about that job that you turned down. Yes, no one was interested in taking that job. It was left unfilled.
I mean, we took it, and we did some groundwork. We're ready to go. But you heard about Burgess getting.
Yeah. So,
Nick,
oh,
right?
sorry. I thought you were asking about Burgess.
Oh yeah. So Burgess, you nobody took the job, but now it's done. Can we get payment on that?
If you didn't do it and you didn't get the contract, you don't get paid.
Okay. Well, doesn't hurt to ask. Listen, is Maxa still doing this? Because we can roll on our thing, but if Maxa wants to wait until the coast is clear, we don't want to waste this.
She has not made contact with me about the situation yet. I only just heard about it now. I can
really, Lidra, like you just now heard about it? I thought you had your pulse
Just,
on 1313.
just a few minutes before you walked in here.
Okay. So do you like reach out to Maxa? Should I reach out to Maxa? I don't want us to pull this job and then her go in and it's too hot.
Yes, I will contact her and let you know.
Okay. How soon?
As soon as I get an answer. But you have done your part. If you do your part, I will make sure you're compensated.
So we sit tight until we hear from you?
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. And then she'll grab the bits of clothes she brought as camouflage for coming to here in case Ledger wasn't here, and takes off.
Yeah, the droid. Thank you for your patronage. Please come back later. Yeah, so do you sit tight and wait, or do you do something while Lydra contacts Maxa and gets back to you.
Are there any other jobs?
Yeah, that's my thought. Like sitting tight doesn't pay cark, you know.
If it's a matter of hours, I'm awful curious about who it was that killed the sergeant, and if we can do their work for them, not necessarily to turn them in, but just mysterious. But yeah, if it's a day or more, then I think it'd be good to get something done.
Mhm.
Or see if maybe they
Yeah.
got the job from another contact that we can also double up on.
That's possible. How do you go about finding this out?
We'll definitely be sourcing all of the police scanner info, the buzz from the hive mind, buzz from the hive. I am not a tracker, but I know one. Could we work together maybe? And
Absolutely, yeah.
Mhm.
So the cops don't have any idea who exactly it was that did the job, right?
They know they looked like a couple of workers from the factory. They were dressed in like they were dressed in Star Wars, the Star Wars equivalent of overalls, basically.
Right.
I don't know what you call them. Blåa ställ is the Swedish term for it. You know, the blue coverall sort of thing.
So I don't like this answer, and so I want what's her name again? The one that Atima was just talking to, our contact.
Lydra.
Lydra.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to follow Lydra and make sure she's doing what's in our best interest. And if not, then, you know, we'll go from there. But if I've got nothing to do, then I'm going to babysit Lydra or something. You can come along, Edma, if you want. But this is all about sticking to the shadows and watching and stuff like that. It may be boring at times.
Yeah, if y'all want to go after Lydra, Morn and I can hunt the workers and see if we can track it down who that is.
Cool. Sounds like we split up then.
Yeah, excellent. Let's start with let's start with Bria and Etma, because I think you will get results quicker probably. What's your approach? You know, she hangs out in the back of the laundromat. That's where that's her office, basically. I don't think you know where she lives, but you can keep a watch there. Try to follow her when she leaves.
Yeah, like in my mind, I'm across the street, on top of like a 4-story building of some sort with Star Wars binoculars, and you know, waiting for her to emerge, and hoping that it's from the front entrance, but suspecting maybe that there's another exit. Actually, that's what I'll do first. Is I want to study the building and see where the exits. So I want to know the exits of the building, the laundromat. That's what I would like to do.
You know about this knocked through wall, so you know there is at least one other exit. I think that goes to another business establishment, like there's a small restaurant that's like back to back with a laundromat. So probably she goes through there. You can just be one on either end and catch them when they leave.
Yeah, I need to study the exits and just like know where she's leaving and then follow her from there. Do I need to make a roll or something?
I think we can cut straight to you following her.
Okay, all right, cool.
Following them because
that seems more fun.
Yeah, they stand out. It's not hard to spot them when they leave.
Okay. So I motioned to Edema that, point out Lydra and, indicate that that we should just go down to the street and just start following at a distance. Yeah, that's how I
cool.
would like to start that.
Yeah. So what do you want to roll for this?
Prowl?
Prowl, yeah, prowl works.
Cool. All right.
Hey,
Do you want
I'll
to help?
help.
Yeah, cool. Love it. All right, so that's 3 dice.
Yeah.
What is it? Risky standard or?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to trade position for effect here. Like I would love to be like have a great success on the, but like be really.
But you're in a desperate position.
Yeah. Like what do you think, Rich? Do you think this feels desperate to you, or should we just keep it at risky?
I'd love to be desperate.
You want
get
to
an
be
XP for it.
All right.
Yeah, so I think the way you do that is that you're following very closely, so that if they spot you, it's going to be obvious that that you're following them. You won't have a chance to back off or anything. It's you're very close.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to trade position for effect, and make it desperate great. And I'm going to roll 3 dice. Uno, dos, trace, no modifier. Barrel roll. Critical.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So,
and that's an XP on
and an XP.
Prowess.
Does Rich get 1 too for helping?
Yeah. I don't
No.
think so.
Dang it.
Thanks, but it's good.
Sadly, no.
Efficient GM.
Yeah, what happens is Morn exits via the restaurant and walks a rather circuitous route, like doubling back a couple of times, but you can spot it. You can see when they're going down this alley. You know that's a blind alley. So you just wait and they come back again, and you spot them going into a bar that has a rear entrance that's easy to go through. So you just cut to the rear entrance and catch them again without having to go through the bar, that sort of thing.
Nice.
And finally, they go to what you think is an abandoned warehouse sort of place. And they look around, but you step back behind the corner just in time. They don't spot you. You follow them to the door, and you catch the door just as it's about to slam close behind them.
Nice.
So you can slip in after them. Sorry.
I just say, like when we're slipping into the door, like I turn back to Edema, and I've just got I've got this grin on my face. Like you can tell I'm excited about this. It may be the first time we've ever seen her smile like this. Like she's excited.
You're into it, huh? That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll make a note of that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you were describing the inside.
Yeah. You get inside. It's a big empty space. There are some like empty storage containers, that sort of place. And you see Lydra walk out into the middle of the room, and you hear some steps, and Maxa comes out there as well. So they are having a personal, a face-to-face meeting here.
Okay.
And with that success, you can definitely listen in on their conversation. I'm not going to do NPCs talking back and forth with each other, but Lydra conveys that there's a situation at the station. Sergeant has been shot. Security is likely to be raised, and that your crew has made, or actually, yeah, your crew has made contact and asked about clarification. How to proceed. And Maxa is, it's clear that she's not happy about the situation. We planned this for months. We've been stockpiling. We can't just let this drop now. You tell them any way we can get inside, but we'll be coming in hot, and we have to be able to get in fast. That's all. As long as there's no trouble getting inside, we can do what we need to do.
Okay. All right.
If there's any trouble, they will, yeah, I'm not going to be happy about it.
Yeah. Does Lydra like maybe offer a more experienced team than us? You know, we're kind of unknowns at this point.
Yeah, I think they ask if do you want to stick with this crew, or yeah, it's too close. We can't risk someone else mucking it up. If they have an in, then we have to use it.
Okay. All right. We've never met Maxa. Have we met Maxa before?
I don't think so. I don't think you've met her in person.
Could I recognize her now?
Etema probably knows what she looks like. You probably, I don't think you've talked to her. Maybe you've been in some place where she's been as well, since you were a rebel spy.
I like that.
But you haven't talked to her personally.
Okay. All right.
If you've asked Edema, she would probably lie and say, yeah, I've met Maxa.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, my paranoia was incorrect this time, and I sigh a little bit of a relief, and I think Edema and I get out of the warehouse and head back to base. Feeling secure right now, in my opinion.
Do you want to pick up some spice on the way back? We're good. We got to sit tight for a bit, right?
That is a great idea.
Sweet.
Doing drugs on the job. That's great.
I mean, are we on the job? We've been told to wait. We haven't heard from Lydra.
I don't think we'll be waiting much longer. But I look forward to our jacked up mission.
Yeah, so let's cut to Morn and Boko. You want to figure out who did the job. What you've been in contact. I assume you've been in contact with Bria and Etema. They've told you that Lydra said that no one else took the job. So you don't have any real clues like that. So how do you go about trying to find out who it was?
Yeah. So it sounds like they did the hit and disappeared. So maybe cops are probably clearly doing their own stuff there. I'm guessing there are folks around who don't want to talk to cops. Maybe we can start asking around, seeing if there's any folks we can follow up on. I'm guessing it wasn't actually workers, because that's a great disguise. So Yeah, hunting one way or the other, trying to figure out the logistics of it. This Moore's got some stuff.
If
Yeah.
StreetSec does have any information, then we would be able to use that as well, and use whatever other underworld knowledge we can get to sort of put that all together. Because I think we have the comm transmissions
Yeah,
coming
that's
through.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out how to approach this, which contacts to talk to, basically, to start to figure this out. You get from the comlink, you get information that they've questioned the foreman at the factory, and apparently 2 of the workers are missing. So either they did it, or they disappeared and at the same time for some other reason, or they were killed and replaced, or something.
I think when we heard about the job, it was like a simple hit, like people just wanted this sergeant dealt with. He was causing problems to locals. So it could be that it is just workers that wanted to get this done. And Morn is also thinking that while we're doing this, now that the hornet nest has been poked and StreetSec is mobilized, it's a good chance to also look for an opportunity to draw them somewhere else, to make mayhem somewhere else. Because I think the most useful thing we can do now, either they catch their man and then things calm down, or we get them out of there and we get in quick, because we've got to make it happen now. So let's start looking and see what we can get. And in the meantime, Morn is prepping plans in his head of how he can make the biggest splash.
Make some booms.
Cool.
So I'm gonna try and hunt down some of those workers, or find out more about them, track down who they were, where they go, where they might be. Anyone who knows them, just do my hound thing.
Yeah. Go for it. It sounds like hunt is appropriate here.
Does the sliced information count as a help for that?
I think it gives more some fictional positioning to assist you.
If you want to do that.
I would love to.
Or we could weave it into a devil's bargain.
I'll take the stress.
Okay, cool.
But actually, let me check. I think that actually gives you
better
let's
effect.
see. I think that gives you increased effect, maybe. Because you can correlate the information you get from there with what you're finding out. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. I think I'm going to go for a push again then, just sort of extending myself to I'm exposing myself a little bit to
So it's risky great?
Risky great, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll do a push for a couple more stress.
Yeah.
Get a third
More, do you want to assist?
So you're saying that the extra information from the scanner is additional effect, and then I can also assist with stress for the help there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would gladly take the stress. So if you don't want to take the 2, if you can get by on those few dice, then go for it. Or just go for trauma, because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's do both. Let's take 4 dice. Why not?
4 dice.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Okay. Boom. 5, 6, 5, 3. We got our 1, 6.
1, 6. That's good enough. You do it. This isn't too hard. You get descriptions of the two suspects from the radio chatter. You can ask around at the factory, and those descriptions fit the 2 missing workers. It's a human and a my brain is not braining. I need to check the species. It's a human and a Celestin. fairly quickly find someone who knows them, someone who works at the factory and knows them. They tell you that, yeah, Burgess had been harassing the Celestin and his family, basically pressuring them for money and just being not like huge sums of money, just mostly just being a jerk. And harassing them, just apparently for no particular reason. Just maybe he doesn't like Celestins, maybe he doesn't like non-humans at all. It's unclear, but he chose to victimize this particular Celestin. And it got so bad that they were starting to the Celestin was he couldn't get another job because he couldn't move, and yeah, they just finally got so fed up that they figured we have to get rid of him. That's what this person tells you. I guess they just yeah, they got fed up. So, and they're probably holed up in the human has a you know, he has someone he knows, his uncle out on the fringe, which is the area close to the REM, the collapsed the place that has collapsed. So I figure they're hiding out there.
All right. Thanks for the information, friends.
Yeah, just don't tell the cops, okay?
Oh yeah, definitely will not tell the cops. I think probably the best move would be to pass that information to our friend and the cops.
That would be the strategic move.
Yeah. I assume I probably have contact information for him since he needs to know when the door needs to be opened. Yeah, so this is me talking over comms with the team with the information and saying if we want to draw attention away from that and make our buddy feel like a hero, pass him that information, they can close their britches up and we can get our money for letting folks go in and kill some cops.
Is it enough attention? Would we be better served by, say, bombing the sergeant's house or something like that?
I mean, I'm not opposed to bombing a cop's house, but I think it would they're scared, right? Street sex scared. If they find the guys who did it, they're less scared and Moxa can hit. But like, if you want to blow up a house, man, that sounds cool.
It'd be a lot cooler if the cop was in the house, but he's already dead. So
he might have a kid or something. So maybe we just roll on those car cops who killed him and messed up our stuff.
Bria, what do you think?
Yeah. I think we've already put enough energy into this. Let's give them the info. They'll be celebratory. They'll not be paying attention. Let's do that.
We will find something for you to blow up.
I'll find it myself. There's still time in the day, right? Like we're hitting today and there would be enough time for them to theoretically go close this case and then security comes down. Because that's all I was thinking about is like, do we need the immediacy of like a big distraction to pull them away, or is this going to work?
This can definitely work.
Okay.
Absolutely. If you feed them the information, Maxa, I mean, you have a time window of a day or two. So it's not, you don't have to do this right now, but if you can time it right, it shouldn't be a problem. As soon as you tell Hai where these guys are, he will, and just tell him to tell the others they will be there in an hour. Like they will mobilize and they'll hit them fast and hard. And you, Boko, you know this. I mean, a cop's
Yeah.
been killed, all the cops are on it.
Yeah.
They're going to hit them hard.
Yeah, well, we just want to make sure everyone is back at the station by the time our friends go in to make some decent damage, I guess. But that's their thing. Yeah, I'm okay with that plan if everyone else is.
I have no objections.
All right. I call up our buddy and let him know that we found the guys who hit the sergeant, and if he wants to be a hero, here's where you can probably find him.
Cool. To resolve if this works out right, I think this is just a fortune roll, because it's not really you taking action anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, does the timing work? And that's kind of out of your control. So let's see. I need to get into the dice roller. And I think we'll roll 3 dice. You have a pretty good plan. You have an in with him. He knows what's going on, but he's not in perfect control because I mean he still has to go where they tell him to. So if they say you're in on this, you're in one of the teams, then he's not going to be back at the station right now. He may have to, he'll be under order. So things could go wrong. So let's roll 3 dice. A 3, a 4, and a 5. So the 5 is highest. So this mostly works out, but not perfectly. I think what happens is that Hai, he's not sent out with the hit squad. He's still back at the station, but so he can open the hatch. But if you, but most of the, actually what happens is Maxa and her rebels, and this is what you learn afterwards, they go in right as the cops are coming back. So they get in smooth, but then there's a bit of a scuffle, big firefight inside the station. And there's what you do notice when it happens is that there's a big explosion there as well. But what you're told afterwards is that, yeah, they managed to do the job. It was hotter than they had expected. They lost some people there, but they did manage to do what they wanted to do, which was get something that was in the evidence storage, and they took out a couple of the most obnoxious officers that were really on their hit list, and they blew the place up. Nice. Basically damaged Street Sex's ability to operate in the area for quite a while.
Nice.
So they did what they managed to do, but it wasn't as smooth as they had wanted.
Is there any way to tap the cameras or any other way to find out what it was that they got out of the storage locker? Because that sounds juicy. It's not really a big deal.
Not after they blew the place up.
Sure.
Part of the reason was to cover their tracks, probably. So because they didn't want the imps to know what they were there for. So.
Yeah. I give High a ping and see if he got hit on the inside. Is he still alive, available?
Yeah, let's make a roll for that as well.
Yes.
Jesus, I'm logged out immediately. This I don't know why this why the dice roller hates me. So let's roll. Since he was at the station, he was there opening the door. Let's make a fortune roll for him with 2 dice. See how well he made it. He gets a 1 and a 3. Yeah, he's not dead, but he was badly injured. He reacted badly when he saw a bunch of heavily armed rebels coming through, and they shot him.
Nice.
He survived, but barely.
Is he? Can I talk to him, or should I leave him a message?
You can talk to him. I mean, you if you're planning on paying him, you need to need to see him in person.
No, I think however, I'm not going to be listening to him much. I'm just going to say, like, sounds like you had a hard time with what happened. Sounds like what you did got a lot of cops killed, and it would be a shame if anyone found out about that. So since you fucked up, you don't get your money, and we'll probably call you later on.
Yeah, he basically.
Get yourself on Gilda.
I think you're visiting him. He's at some sort of clinic. He can't afford much, so it's not a great clinic. But he basically curses at you from his sick bed. But he's too weak and injured to do anything about it.
Yeah, tell it to internal affairs. That's. I got your number, and I got you on tape taking the offer. So.
Oh man,
Here's some chocolates.
On our good side.
I mean, he's on our side, like it or not.
I suppose.
Yeah, he's an asset, as they say.
Yeah, I actually appreciate that Boko's taking this tack and not, getting a little too chummy with him. So
fuck that guy.
It is a very clever approach. Very clever.
Yeah, nice.
I think probably as I like come back to base, or whoever I run into first, the like head nod is like, and that's how you get close to a cop.
Oh, big gangster now.
So now Bria's thinking, like, so that must have happened to him at some point. Is he somebody else's asset?
Oh no. That's great.
I'm keeping an eye on you, Boko.
So how do you celebrate your big success?
Get paid.
Yeah, 6 cred. That's good. We gave up 2 cred for the bribe, so it's 4. Yeah.
Yep. And the 1,000 knives expect 1 cred in payoff because you're operating out of their territory.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 3 left.
1 for each.
There's 4 of you.
Not 1 for each. That's the second time I've miscounted us.
You are part of the group.
Yeah.
No. I maybe I'm leaving Boko out. I don't know. Like, why do I keep doing that?
It's great. It definitely means a thing.
Well, then maybe we should put it in the bank then.
I think Boko should definitely get a cred for being the contact
right.
and the follow-up.
Yeah,
I think you're
take a cred.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Creds. Boom. That's my second cred.
So 1 for Boko and 2 for the vault.
Adamant's not taking up credit for that.
Sounds
Okay.
good for me.
She basically went to a bar and then got high in the middle of
The job. So she's not taking a credit.
Although Morn did a lot of the heavy lifting on the information side too. So
True. Very true.
I'd
Very
be
true.
up for getting more cred too.
Okay.
Some buttons. I'm just gonna take it out of the crew stash when I need it anyway. So
There you
Nice.
go.
Is
So
every
2 in
good
the
screw-
stash.
Yeah, I've added 2 to the stash. You're going to get a rep. This was not a completely quiet operation. So you get 2 rep plus, let's see, Street Sec is a tier 3 faction. So you get, and you're tier 0, so you get 3 additional, so you get 5 rep.
Rising through the ranks.
Yeah. That's enough to increase your hold to strong, because you fill out the track. Do extras carry over, right?
I
Wouldn't
hope
think so.
so.
Yeah.
That would really suck if it didn't.
Yeah, so you have 1 additional, 1 rep left over after increasing your hold to strong.
And if we get to the end next, when we get to the end again, we have to pay if we want to go up
Yeah.
to tier 1. Got it.
And what do
Yeah,
we pay?
and-
We pay PC stat. No, that's different.
bunch of coin.
You pay, let's see, that's, I know.
Probably 4 or 6 or
down
something.
somewhere. Yeah, advancing your tier. Creds equal to your new tier times 8. So it's 8 creds.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
that's a lot. But that also gives you each stash equal to the new tier plus 1. So each of you will get 2 stash, which is basically your retirement fund, kind of. Your invested money, the stuff you're living off. And you can take out 2 stash to make 1 cred. That's basically liquidating your assets, selling off your stuff, and that's.
But we only get that if we go from tier 0 to tier 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get it now because it's only when your actual tier increases, not just when
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own changes.
Gotcha. Cool.
Cool. So that was that. Then we get to heat. Your part of this, I would say, actually was probably smooth and quiet. You just talked to a guy. That's all you did.
What he did, not up to us. That's all him.
Yeah. That wasn't you. And what the rebels did, that wasn't you. That wasn't your part of it. So I think that's 0 heat. Target is high profile or well connected. I would say so. It's a street sec station. I think that counts. So that's 1. The action happened on hostile turf. No, I don't think so, because this is, I mean, the foundry isn't hostile turf for you.
Right.
Things happened inside the station, but not the parts that you did. I feel like what you did was in safe areas. You're not at war. Killing was involved by you or someone else. That's kind of, I think, not in the things you actually did. There was killings happening around the stuff that you did, but your part of it wasn't. Does that sound fair, or do you think you're too hooked up into the rebel situation that you should get some extra heat from that?
Sounds fair.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I might give us the heat, if only because I guess the only way that it could come out is through our guy or the factory worker who tipped us off. But it does say by anyone like involved in the job, so it kind of sounds like it's implying that if killing is involved, you just get it basically. But it is true that we were barely involved, so I don't really know.
Yeah,
not very useful.
Let's say that maybe with the potential leaks and that sort of thing, that's 1 extra heat. So you get 2 heat. Cool. I think that sounds fair. You were adjacent to a big noisy operation, even if you weren't actually part of it. So that's 2 heat, which puts you at 3. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
You're not wanted yet. Then we have the entanglements. But that's number of dice equal to your wanted level. Since your wanted level is 0, we roll 2 dice and take the lowest. And now I am tired of the no, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. I am tired of the dice roller. I'll see if my dice cam is working. It is. Ooh.
Wow.
I need to turn off the
Green screen.
yeah. This was probably more annoying. Let's see.
It's cool now.
It's so
Yeah, it's cool
cool.
now. That's a double 6.
Oh,
So that's actually a 6. A 6 is
Yeah.
the lowest.
Yep.
And you are at heat 3. So you're in the lowest column. That's cooperation. An allied plus 3 status faction asks you for a favor. Agree to it, lose 1. But you don't actually have a plus 3 status faction, so you get off free.
yeah. Professional.
Very.
Or does somebody take interest in us? Someone new.
Maybe. Actually, we should do faction or status changes.
Max is free rebels or status 3?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
tier
that's
3.
nice.
No, they're tier 3. This is
Tier 3,
status.
sorry.
This is your
Oh, status. Right,
Oh,
yeah.
status 3. Oh, okay.
I always
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
those mixed up.
But they increased to 2 because you did a job for them. It worked out okay, but they could do what they wanted to do. And even if things got a bit messy, it wasn't completely your fault. You did what you were supposed to do. You are going to lose status with street sec, and I think you're going to lose status with the, let's see, the scrapyard citizenry, because you kind of sold out 2 of them to the cops.
Yeah. Fair.
It's all the game.
Yeah. So let's see.
I had to think about that one for a minute. It's like, does my character care? No.
Yeah, that's that was a rough decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be more
I
careful
think-
next time.
Yeah, I think you're, as I recall, by the rules, you get a pass on this one. Basically, you don't have anyone who's allied with you, so
I'll take a pass. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Because it's a favor, which means we're not going to advance anything. I'm more than happy.
Yeah.
And the threat is you lose 1 status. And so, yeah, it
Mhm.
makes sense to skip that one.
Yeah.
Rolled a critical and it didn't hurt. Yay.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I think that's all of the fallout. You got your status, you got your money, you got your heat, you got your rep. No entanglements. Yeah, cool. So a bit of downtime. I think we can take the break here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so you have some time to relax and start working the next job. I think we should pick the job first so that you can do downtime actions that relate to it if you want to. You have there's a few offers. You through Lydra, the offer from Zori Bliss of the Moon Minox, you still have the offer to very publicly or make an example of the rival drug dealer from Jorgo's Express Delivery, the delivery service that is not just doing not just delivering the things they're supposed to deliver or that they publicly deliver. That is still on the table. That job pays 4 creds. It's just it's a simple hit, nothing complicated. You also your contact in the Thousand Knives, Freeze Mops Gas, the Gungan. He has a problem. He has a personal problem that he would like you to take care of for him. He can pay you for it. And he's willing to pay 6 creds for it, as long as you keep it quiet. And then there's a lot of chatter, and this is not coming through Lydra. This is things you hear from all over, that there's a force artifact that's on the loose somewhere here in the Foundry. And there are several factions who are interested. You have concrete offers that you've heard from Hera the Witch, who leads a gang. She's rumored to have mystical powers. She's paying 6 credits for it. And you also hear from the Dark Lord's Faithful, who is a bunch of Vader fanboys, basically. They're paying 7, so they're paying a lot for this. If you can acquire this force artifact for them. There are probably others looking for it, but those are the ones who are paying big money. That's what's available right now. You can look into them a bit more if you want more details before you decide.
Morn is very interested in the Force artifact. I've included that as something that he occasionally works with. He will get black market bootleg Force artifacts and kind of tinker with them for people or make small modifications. He's starting to dip his toes into that world. And my rival is a Force adept who I believe probably isn't too fond of what I'm doing because I'm probably like disrupting the sanctity of the Force or something and meddling with powers that I don't understand. And little does he know that I understand them better than anyone. No, I don't. But I'm interested in that job, but I also like all of them.
I think Boko is also interested in that. I hadn't decided what my weird vice was, and I think Boko's in some sort of Force cult, like wannabe Jedi who don't really have any power, but really want to.
I can give you that power.
Yeah,
We are such a weird bunch.
so that would be fun.
Also love Zori Bliss. Extremely cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get my drugs cheaper, that'd be great. But I mean, the player wants to see Zori on screen.
I'm all for hitting Zori first, and the Force stuff will be there.
It seems like a quick job.
Yeah,
Quick. Nothing could go wrong. Nothing could go wrong.
I like
in
it.
our wheelhouse.
Yeah, and that does help us advance the playbook XP if we're doing the thing that assassins are supposed to do. So I super think we should do it.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I do like the Force thing, so that's definitely next on my list if I were to rank them. Mostly because it makes Matt / more happy.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If we could figure out that it didn't take all 4 of us to break some kneecaps, could we do 2 jobs at once?
Ooh, that's interesting. I think.
I mean, I know
I
the
think
rules
that
don't
gets
really afford it.
complicated. I think it gets complicated with timing issues and that sort of thing, and the downtime and all of that.
Oh, sure.
So I prefer to keep it together, but this is a job that is fast, and you could definitely use downtime actions this downtime to prep for the other job. You could say that, yeah, we're going to do it. We have to do this other thing first. That's absolutely acceptable, or a reasonable way to do it.
It makes it interesting to me because, like, we could be doing a job and be distracted by another job, and so we're not always just fully focused on it, or it would give us room to maybe screw something up or, make a mistake.
I'd like to stick fairly close to the intended structure. So I'd like to stick to doing one job, having the downtime. But that can, in fiction, that can be like accelerated. Downtime doesn't have to mean that it's a week. It can just be, yeah, we take the afternoon off, do some other things, then we hit the next job. So
yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for indulging me. I appreciate it.
No, it's fine. I mean, I want this to work with the fiction, but I also want to, since I'm kind of learning the game and getting a feel for it. I also want to. I don't want to get too adventurous.
Yeah.
Right away. I should note that after your last job, I've added the Imperial Stay Behind organization, who are called the Next Order. Not at all related to anything that will show up later. So you have a negative status with them from that, but
that's the worst. The Next Order, you fucking witch.
Not related to anything.
Taking votes on who wants to go to war with the Next Order.
Yeah. Okay. So you're doing the job for Zori Bliss. Let's get into some downtime actions. And like I said, we can interweave this with some personal scenes. We have about half an hour of playtime if we want to do stars and wishes. So I think if we can get at least most of the downtime done this session, that would be good. But if there's anything left over, we'll just do it next time and keep going from there. So I think I'll just ask the easy ones. Is there anyone who wants to indulge their vice or reduce heat? Indulge their vice. Yeah. Boko, you took some stress.
Yeah. I think, would it be okay if my Force cult leader was Veldrin?
Was
my rival?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that cool with you?
That's cool with me. I didn't have any strong ideas for him. I'd like for him to be opposed to what I'm doing, but it's totally up to you how he is.
Yeah. So it sounds like he does have some affinity to the Force, but but maybe exploiting others by saying like, yeah, you can do Force stuff too. Just like, do these breathing exercises. He's like,
attend my seminar. And,
sign up for my class. So I might take my downtime hanging out with Veldrin, doing trying and failing to lift rocks with my brain. Doing whatever. There might be drugs involved. I don't know.
Yeah, and these are very special, expensive imported rocks because it's 1,000 levels down to the actual rocks here. So
yeah, brought these up special. So I think that's my vice indulgence is going to Veldrin's Force seminar.
You're in a pyramid scheme, my friend.
Yeah.
A few more indulgences and you'll be selling that stuff. You'll be bringing it back to the hideout. Hey guys, check this out.
Look, guys, I got a new job for us, and it's all it takes is a couple credits from each of you.
I started seeing force ghosts. It's crazy.
Cool. How does downtime work? Let's see. What do we get? Or how does
Yeah, you roll you take your lowest attribute. So the your lowest is resolve.
one.
You only have one
Yeah.
tick in resolve.
Okay.
So you just roll one die, you lose that much stress.
That is a 4. Boom, right on it.
Oh, nice.
See, that the classes pay off.
Yeah, yeah. So how is this? How do you get rid of your stress doing
Yes.
this?
So
Pretending.
I imagine he runs something probably in the Warrens, I'm guessing. But he clearly needs folks with at least some money, so he sort of like brings folks in there and gives the whole like, see the squalor around us, we need to tap into the universal force to lift everyone up. And he has some like squatter space that he brings folks into, and we sit around and do breathing exercise and do like our little the forces with me chants, and concentrate and see if we can get any visions, see if we can, maybe a couple of people have like the dumb blast helmets and they're using sticks instead of lightsabers. Just a bunch of hokey bullshit, and we spend too long doing it, but it makes us feel good. We feel like we're making some progress, definitely making some progress.
I think I have here's let's paste this in chat. Here's the entrance to where he hangs out.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
There's probably like half a dozen folks there doing it. I don't know any of them. We all go by our secret force names.
Yeah.
Do not talk about Force Club.
Yeah, don't talk about force club.
Well, that's totally what it is.
That's the one.
Totally what it is.
Your
Oh,
first
that's
night, you have
perfect.
to lightsaber fight.
Cardboard tubes. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my vice there.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, excellent. So you get rid of all of your stress, no side
right on
effects, nothing. It's just a very nice time.
Well, you guys should come with me sometime.
You're not supposed to talk about it.
I know I'm not supposed to talk about this, but
That's the first and second rule. Yeah, cool. So that's your first downtime action. Does anyone else have something they want to do?
Uh,
Go ahead now.
yeah, I would like to start planting the seeds for recruiting for my own force cult. I want to start pulling people away from Veldrin's crew. I want to show them the real way. He's got these big words and these slogans and these mantras, but these people, they're being swindled. They're not truly capable of the things that he promises they are, but I can make them capable of those things. They just need to submit themselves to a few of my ministrations and they can become powerful force users for a low price of many cred. So yeah, I'd like to start a long-term project to bring down Veldrin's organization around him and steal away all of his members.
Yeah, perfect. I think this is let's say an 8 o'clock.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fairly big project.
Yeah, so I guess if this is even bigger, it's fine, because what I'd like to get out of it is a very small crew of what are they called? Adepts, yes. So I would actually like for this to do something. So if maybe that has to be several parts, like I need to get the people first and then I need to get the tech or something, but I would actually like a crew of adepts. So
I think this can either be that's kind of acquire asset, I think, but more as a long-term thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think asset is sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think an asset is usually like a one-off for the job sort of thing, but if it's going to be like bigger than that and stick around, I would like to just go straight for the long-term project, probably.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can use a long-term project to get actual crew upgrades, because a gang is that's a crew upgrade. I'm not sure how those interact with each other.
I've done it in games before. I've usually just like, I think the idea is that long-term projects can get you fictionally anything that you want. They're just might be really long projects if it's going to be something that is like a big asset, but it's totally up to you how you want to run it. I'm happy to acquire the asset and then work on a project to keep it or something.
Let's do it like this. Let's set up a preliminary or a first long-term project to basically get into contact with these people, befriend them, convince them that you know what you're talking about. So we'll do that first, and then we'll figure out how we go from there. Does that sound fair?
That sounds great. Yeah. Be a 2-parter or 3-parter.
Yeah. So let's say that's a 6 o'clock to like infiltrate the group, or not infiltrate in the sense that you're going there, but to find out who these people are and get some hooks into them.
Yeah, so I'm like, we see me like lurking around the corner from the session, watching everybody just like out on their mats, like doing their breathing exercises, just shaking my head, and I wait, and then the class puts up, and I'm just following people that are walking. Do you want to see some real powers?
So you're trying to recruit them to your more scientific approach to this. So are you going to have a name for it with something with science in it, or?
I'll get you something good. Let me just roll for now. I'll roll with the first one will be a consort, I think.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, I have 0 dice in this no matter what. So can you think of a devil's bargain for me?
Ooh. Yeah, one of the other force related factions notices that you're doing this.
Okay.
Because they're also using that as a recruiting round. Great.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll push myself as well. Can you devil's bargain and push? No, you can't. You can't do both.
You have to do one or the other.
Yeah, great. So I'll take the devil's bargain, and I will roll with 1 die. That's a 4. So 2 ticks on the 6-parter.
Nice.
I guess I can just do it again if we want to round out my actions, but if we want to go in the circle, we can do that.
If that's what you're doing, you can just do it again if you don't have anything else you want to work on.
I can think of some other projects, but I probably shouldn't do too much at once. I'm going to this time use Attune. Now that I've got a couple people interested, they can come by my workshop, and I'll sort of show them the few like force artifacts that I have and how I can make them just glow a little bit by like connecting to them. It's like the most low level stuff, but Morin's very proud of his progress. So I have 1 die in this already. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll another die.
Mhm.
It's a 6.
Nice. They are very impressed.
Amazing. I'm 1 tick away.
Very cool.
Should I spend my coin? No, probably not. I'm good.
Yeah, cool. So, anyone else have something they want to do?
I
Yeah.
have something. Oh, go ahead, Rich.
Oh, is it?
yeah.
I would approach Bria and kind of bitch about getting kicked out of the shock boxing ring.
Right. And so I have an idea that through my noble background, there might be some secret shock boxing matches that are held for the rich and elite. Maybe
Nice.
they increase the, I don't know, electricity, increase the voltage, increase the amperage or something like that, make it more deadly or something like that. But you know, if I could find out about that, maybe we could get you a sponsor and we could get you into the circuit. Would you be like, that's my pitch.
Mhm.
But I don't know if Edema would take that pitch. She may not want that.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So I want to consort with my contact. Rosalind Kellis, a noble who has a good, it's a good connection. I think it's my aunt or something like that. I think I established that she's my aunt. And that she lives, you'd pointed out where she lived. She lives in the Heights or near the Heights. Maybe there was some place near, maybe it wasn't quite the Heights, but close.
The foothills then, probably.
I think that's what you said. Yeah, the foothills.
Or was she the one? There was someone who lived in Bright Market, the business district.
Oh yeah, Bright Market. Yeah, because she's building her way back up through legitimate business.
Yeah,
But we could go visit her.
Yeah. I think this should probably also be a long-term project, but probably just a 4 o'clock. It's not. I don't want to make it too difficult to get a hold of a vice purveyor.
Okay. Did you say 4 tick?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you sticking that on? Because we're currently sticking on individual tabs. Do you want me to? This seemed like you're driving it. So Brio.
Yeah, I think it's my
warehouse,
task.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
You'll probably finish it in a couple of actions anyway. So, but yeah. So you wanted to consort with her?
Yeah. So I think she does like import export stuff. So I'm trying to imagine like what her shop looks like, or maybe we could visit her. Yeah, let's go visit her at her shop. I don't want to be in her home or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How would we approach this? I just want a little bit of role play to maybe learn a little about her, but I just need to, in my mind, get the setup right. I'll put it out to y'all, like help me define some qualities. Is she austere? Is she flashy? Is she shrewd? Magnanimous?
Flashy sounds fun.
Flashy. Okay.
Yeah. Is she ex-noble as well?
Yeah. So she's from the family. She's still connected to other noble families, and instead of turning to a life of crime like I have, she found a way to get back a little bit of her graces through being a import expert person, is my idea of what's going on with her.
So she's maybe a bit extravagant to like kind of make it seem like she's in a better position than she is.
Yeah. So she visually compensates for the fact that she's not actually who she wants to be yet. But
man, she wear like imitation fashion goods and the like.
Yeah, like she's up on fashion, but she's not got the actual. Yeah, I like it.
Mhm,
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, she runs a knockoff business. That sounds great. I think we can all imagine a Star Wars knockoff business kind of thing.
mhm. So it's not real wampa fur in the coat. It's imitation.
But it's good imitation, right?
Yeah.
Like she has a crew of workers that makes these things.
Mhm.
And details are important to her.
So her
and-
customers, are they like the nobles who are still high status, but they can't quite afford the real stuff? Or are they wannabes who are like the upper middle class who are aspiring to the nobility?
I think this is like for the everyday person. This is like, they want something to impress their rivals with or something like that. So not necessarily, I mean, there might be some harder in their luck nobles, but I'm thinking this is like where people come to be like, I can't get the Gucci bag or whatever, but I can make myself happy with this. Or they even fool themselves into thinking like, oh, like this is a discount store or whatever. This one like wasn't quite stitched right at the factory or something like that. Like people who just want to look good and can't afford it. So whoever that is. Yes, it fell off the truck. we can't sell it at full price anymore, whatever that reason is. Yeah, so I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of imagining like The Gap, but Star Wars. So mannequins of all these different races wearing different clothes, and people who are working there that their job is to talk to you as soon as you walk in, and people make a game out of it. If they can get in and out without being talked to, they win. Sorry, that's something I heard about in high school a long time ago. Anyway, cool.
I think I found a picture. Let's see.
I like pictures. Well, I'm going to click. There's a link. I'm going to click on it.
That was very Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Chic.
Wow. I love it. I thought this was going to be a picture of her.
No. I have an image of her, and I think I know that there is a character who looks just like how I imagine her, but now I don't remember where she's from.
Okay, cool. I'll let you maybe find that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we go and meet her there, and I think Consort will tell us how the conversation goes.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, let's start with that then. Let's see. Have a Consort of 1. Do you have a Devil's Bargain by chance?
Let's see. Maybe she wants. Maybe she starts, trying to set you up with someone.
Oh yes. That's not a Devil's Bargain. That's a gimme. Okay. All right. 2 dice. All right. Let's see what happens. 2 dice. Fingers crossed. Wow, a 6. I'm rolling hot tonight. rolling hot tonight. Okay.
Nice.
So how many ticks on a clock is that? 3?
I think that's 3.
Yeah. So what I'm imagining is I'm sitting there talking to her. I'm describing the prowess of Edema in the ring, and how she can go beyond like what is necessary, and I show her pictures of what happened to the major domo and stuff like that, and so she gets excited, and then I think maybe Edema might close the deal, like I've set her up. All you need to do is just make her happy, and we can make it happen.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh crap! I was thinking of Holdo actually. So it's already a Star Wars character. That's not really.
Womp womp. All right, I'll find a picture of her before next session.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I think she's. Oh, you really should settle down again, I suppose. But you're running around with these rough types, and I mean, she seems nice and all, but you have a child to take care of.
Does she say that in front of Edema?
Yes.
No, I think.
Yes,
think
please.
Yes,
she
please.
whispers it to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's such a good devil's bargain.
Yeah. I take double bargain on this one. Like she's gonna set me up, and you find out about the kid. Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Excellent. Yes. And so she starts agreeing to whatever will get her out of this this mess, so she can introduce Edema and maybe like get the hell out of Star Wars Gap.
Yeah, and of course she doesn't know anything personally about the underground shock boxing ring, but she's heard people talk about it,
Right.
so she knows who you should talk to.
Okay, cool.
If that's okay, or did you?
Yeah, no, that's
you,
perfect. That's perfect. I'll add that to my list of things to do, is to find a contact. Information.
And that's basically just the next step, just talking to her, because you only have 1 tick left, so it's just.
But what is it like? Does Edema come off well, or does she come off poorly, or like?
I mean, I think Edema would just walk up. She's smoking a death stick as we do this, and she just puts it out in her hand. That's her whole thing. And I'm more than happy to make a roll to try to finish off because it benefits me to have a shock boxing ring for my vice.
Yeah, cool.
Indulging. So she's willing to try to convince this lady. Sway. Oh god.
Command.
Sway works.
Wreck.
Sway. I have a die in sway. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'll boost myself unless you have a devil's bargain.
Actually, you just need 1 tick. So any roll.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Is 1 tick. So.
Okay, cool. Boom. 4. So
yeah,
that fills out that thing, and I have a new.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll work with you, Rich, as to who the contact is.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, that was fun.
Cool. So the two of us have filled out that project clock, and that's 1 round of downtime for us. Boko.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think I might just take my second one to do training and throw a tick in. Make it easy and throw a tick in. Which one is it?
Let's see.
Throw a tick in resolve.
You have training for insight and prowess through your crew, so you get extra XP if you pick those.
Ooh, that's it. Yeah. Let's do that then. Yeah. Let's do put 2 ticks in prowess. Let's do that.
Nice.
Cool. Done.
What did you end up doing, Boko? I'm sorry.
Just did some prowess training.
Training. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool. Matt, do you have a second downtime action for more?
I used both of them on my long-term project. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
right.
sit here
Yeah,
with
you
my
did, you
stress
did.
and
Did you
True.
scheme.
buy a third one?
No, I don't think so. I don't have any coin except for the crew stash, and don't need to spend our rep. Yeah, not much I need to do right now.
Okay.
Cool. Then Etma and Bria, you each have one more action.
Do you have one in mind, Kai?
I do. I'd like, as much as I respect now, scroll down to name, Lydra, maybe we need another contact for jobs. Maybe some jobs that pay a little bit more, that are riskier. So we can get stuff like that. I don't know, like I guess I'd like to start searching for another job contact.
Cool. I think that feels like a long-term project,
Sure.
but also probably just well, it depends. If you just want someone who will feed you jobs, I'd say it's a 4-tick. If you want someone you can trust and who has good jobs and who likes you, who will feed you good jobs, then it's probably a bit more, because you want to check them out and make sure, like build a relationship a bit.
Yeah, I'd like to work on somebody like that.
Yeah.
So, someone who in the TV show actually has like a credit at the title.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd say 8 ticks probably. It takes a while to find someone who's trustworthy, or do you think that's too high?
Nope. I'm down with it. Okay.
Cool. So I imagine to start out, you're kind of asking around, checking maybe with your contacts in the Thousand Knives, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or someone else.
I want to party with the Knives and try to get some information out of them as to who gives them jobs. Give me my dealers information, in drug terms. But yeah,
Cool.
I'd like to party with the Knives. How do they party? What do they like?
They are wild. I mean, they are professional killers, but they're not like the fancy professional killers. They're not the suit-clad assassins. They are good at what they do, but they're still like a street gang. They do messy hits. They bust shit up, basically.
Excellent.
Yeah. So and they party wild. They do. They have like they have a warehouse where they like to go to. They get some kegs, some drugs, some amenable people from outside the gang who are willing to party down, and they set up some lights and play really loud music and really go for it. They can't be at a bar because they always trash the place. So
okay, got it.
It's like a mini rave, basically.
Yeah. I totally see it. Cool. Well, it's either consort or sway to identify someone who might talk. That's what I'm trying to do first, is just identify someone who might talk to me.
Sounds like consort. Yeah.
Consort.
You can do either. I mean, if your consort is more if you're like friendly with the people you already know. Sway is more if you're trying to manipulate someone or influence them. So it depends. Or are you working on the people you already know and just being open and honest about what you're doing? I'd say that's more consort. If you're like trying to trick them or to reveal more than they want to, that's probably more sway. But either works.
I think it's more sway. Like, I don't want them to know that I'm going to try to like go to their dealer.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and make a relationship. So that gives me 0 dice. Did anybody come party with me?
For sure. Absolutely. Edema is always down to party.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Morn is too, and Morn probably brings some weird drugs. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be real friendly with the knives.
Yeah, I think this is where Freeze Mop tells you that he has something. I mean, sometime during the evening, that he has a personal favor you could do for him. It's no rush, but it's something that's where that job offer comes from.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Love it. Okay. Does anybody want to assist me in helping pick off someone from the herd?
I'm happy to spin some stress. I'm eager to go do shock boxing later, so spinning stress sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Can I push myself if I'm being assisted?
Yes, you
Okay.
can do both. You
Okay.
can't both push yourself and get a devil's bargain.
Got it.
But you can
All right.
do assist and either on the other two.
Okay. That gives me 2 dice to roll. So
That's a lot better than no dice.
yeah. Sway. Got a 6.
Nice. That's 3 ticks on the clock.
I will figure out who my contact in the knives is between now and next time. Maybe I could get a species though.
Yeah.
A Togruta. Is that how you pronounce it, Rich? Togruta? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Togruta.
Yeah. There's definitely a couple of Togrutas in the Thousand Knives.
Awesome. Cool. All right.
Yeah, and Freeze Mop, he's really letting go when he's partying. He's not holding back. But the big boss, Shakai, he's more reserved. He's like hanging back with his with a couple of lieutenants and hanging around by a makeshift table, a couple of girls, that sort of thing.
I love
He's
it.
always on the job.
Yeah, I can respect that. All right, so the 3 of us party.
Yeah.
That leaves Rich to his last thing.
Indeed. And I think I was doing a little bit of the maths. I think I'm just going to spin playbook, spin to get training to get a playbook XP. And
yeah, you may be able to get an advance.
yes, exactly. I'm hoping I can get advanced. If I can't, then so be it. But I think what we see is Edema the gun hand excited about the opportunity to not, because if you remember, she was going for stupor. She was there in the shockboxing world to just to help her friend the beast train. Now Bria's could have talked Edema into fighting, so she's going to train and she's going to say, beast, you owe me, you got to train with me because we're doing this thing. But it's
cool.
That's the fiction for it, but it's spinning XP on playbook to do the thing.
Yeah, very cool. Nice. That's all the downtime actions, and we're actually on the hour, so I think we'll stop there. and we'll do the preliminaries before the actual job next time. So I think we'll stop the recording, do some stars and wishes.
Cool.
And that's it.